Alright, so welcome to Jalan Senang. Today we are bringing you to this Inter-Terrace right here in the enclave of Kembangan. We're right now in D14. So, if you're hunting for a freehold land plot that's Inter-Terrace in nature, yet below the price point of $3.7 million, this might be the right one for your family. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first up, something to take note wherever you hunt for a landed property is you want to look at the road line plan. Of course, you can purchase the cat level road line plan to determine if there's going to be any pushback towards your house. The dotted line presents an opportunity for you to park more cars on the left and right hand side because there's no restriction. You also want to know, in terms of the street level activities, there are two Inter-Terraces that has been sold in the past year and now they're in the process of tearing down and rebuilding. That is great news. This entire enclave right here can go up to 3.5 stories. Just have a look at the two neighbors right there. That is the maximum height that you can go. If you have been to Kembangan Landed Enclave, Kembangan, firstly, when you tell people that you live in the Kembangan Landed Enclave, they immediately know where you're living at. All the high-rise apartments as well as condominiums, they're all right tucked facing towards Bedok Reservoir. And right in the middle, these are all landed property plots. Jalan Senang has three beautiful access points. The first access point is from Siglap Road. Second entry point is actually from Bedok Central region. Third one is from Eunos area. The beautiful thing is also that we're in a 3.5 story mixed landed zoning that allows you to build upwards in future. This home that we're standing has a plot of 1,894 square feet in terms of land size, freehold land plot. Total build right now is 2,600 square feet. If you want to go to 3.5, that can potentially bring you up to 4,600 square feet of build up area. We're going to break down the cost later for you. This property has 4 bedrooms, 2 on level 2, another 2 bedrooms right there on the attic level, total of 3 bathrooms, and you have 1 additional granny room right at the back. You can park up to 2 cars if you remove the wooden decking right outside. If you have only 1 car, you can go up to an SUV, a huge car right here. You also have the extra square plot outside. You can do gardening, put in artificial turf. Build out area, fantastic. Inter-terraces nowadays, whenever you go for, let's say, example, brand new developers, they will usually build the inter-terraces to be 1,600 square feet for its land plot size, because that is one of the requirements of having a width of 6 meters. You have to adhere to a certain sizing when you want to subdivide the land. It's a little bit harder to find inter-terraces of a bigger land plot. This one we are standing in has a width of 7.1 meters and a depth of about 25 odd meters. Whatever land size that you go for, the most important thing is that you want to look at the amount of build-up area that you can go for. When you have a 3.5 story zoning like this one, you don't have to spend additional costs to go beneath ground to dig a basement level when you do a rebuild. Usually a lot of owners will do that when they are in the 2.5 story zone because they cannot go upwards, they can only go downwards. Basement costing costs primarily 50% more on the construction cost. So this plot right now, the asking price is $3.6 million. If you go across board in the entire Singapore, it's almost very difficult to find a freehold landed property below 4 million. A lot of the land prices has increased, construction price has increased. A lot of the landed owners, they are very comfortable sitting on beautiful appreciation of their land price. Plus, not many people want to let it go. And let's have a look at the numbers. Let me just bring in these two comparisons. When you buy a pure landed property, we calculate the plot price by the land PSF. So when you take the total price, divide by the land size, that is the land PSF that we're looking at. But when you go for a condominium or apartment, we always talk about the strata build-up PSF level. This property right behind us is called Vacanza at East, sitting on a freehold land as well. Strata build-up PSF is at about $1,300 per square foot. If you multiply by this build-up that we're seeing here at 2006, that will then bring you to a total price of $3 million. If I go for a landed property vis-a-vis a condo, although a condo can give me, of course, fabulous facilities, but the structure, the size that I buy in is maxed out at that level. However, if you buy a landed property, the longevity of the freehold land plot allows you one shot to purchase the land and the structure sitting on the land. And the structure is up to your own imagination. Come in here, live here for 5 years first. And after 5 years, if you want to decide, maybe I want to rebuild my own 3.5-storey, how much can I rebuild? Take out the land size, 1894 square feet, you multiply by about 70%, and then you multiply by how high it can go. That will then bring you to about 4640 square feet of build-up area over 4 different levels to play around with. Calculation for the construction cost right now is about $350 per square foot to about $400 if you want more premium. Multiply by the build-up area of 46, then that will bring you to a construction cost of about $1.6 million. Add back to the original purchase price of 3.6, the total cost will be about $5.2 million, which is actually lower than some of the new homes that are for sale right now in D14 and D15, because any brand new Inter-Terraces that you look at right now, they're asking between 6-point-something million to about $7 million. So I think if you want to get into the scene of a landed property, then this might be a very good entry point. I'm going to bring out this K graph for you. Your mortgage will start at 3.6. You take a 75% loan, $2.7 million from the bank for 30 years, 2% interest rate. In the event, let's say after 5 years, if land price appreciate and you appreciate it to $4 million, for example, and your outstanding loan by then will drop from 2.7 to $2.35 million. By year 2027, hypothetically, you can sell the property and then you can cash out. If you can sell for $4 million, less off 2.35, net gain 1.6 over million dollars. Second one is that you can also go for equity term loan. Take out about $650,000 in terms of equity term loan. Use that amount, do a complete makeover of this home. And right now this home, you can move in immediately. We'll leave it up to you. And if after 5 years, you want to go for a construction loan, that is also possible for a total rebuild. Now let's come in. All I need from you to me. Alright, so now that we're done with the numbers, let's have a look at the layout. This is the layout that our home staging team and as well as our inside sales team, Kayleen and Sean has worked together with our home staging team to come up with. The design is that the TV console will be at this wall direction. There's also a dedicated dining area, dedicated restaurant space for you. You have like a breakfast serving area towards the dry kitchen. That's the wet kitchen towards the back as well. So different zonings right here. ACs are all done at different parts of the home. We also like the huge panel door right there that can open up dual side. You also have a sliding panel here for you to head out towards your dining. This is sheltered together with like a nice sitting little cabana. There's a wooden structure done right there. Why can't you see me on my knees for you, baby? I'm falling down. If you want to have a little bit of a different kind of concept, you can flip the entire thing over. Use this wall as a TV console instead. Use the entire zone to be your dining space and use that sliding panel door right here to be a study room. There's the center divider here for some storage and a DB box. There's also a storeroom here towards this direction, and I like the way that the staircase is being placed. It's tucked nicely towards this corner. You have a ground floor bathroom here located with a sliding panel door, and then you have a granny room here that has a window opening up to the backyard, and this is your dry kitchen. So dry kitchen allows you to see through all the way towards the front. Close up this entire breakfast table, bifold door if you're doing heavy cooking as well. And if you want to install additional sliding panel door here to enclose the entire kitchen, that's doable also. Aircon has already been done. Wet kitchen is done with this nice sliding panel door that you can close up. This is a place for you to do your heavy cooking. The renovation, if you were to buy over this home, that we can suggest to rebuild a brand new kitchen right here if you want to. I really like this space at the back. It even allows you to put such a big fridge and freezer. Dedicated washing zone right here as well. Back door opening up towards the back. This is the pair of windows that overlooks into the granny room area. If you were to come here, this is a combination of a washing bay. If you want to put a center kind of movable island right in the middle, that's also doable. I think level 1 is really self-sufficient. I think it's time for us to head up to level 2. Let's go. Don't try your disappearing. No, I won't stand for that. One chance is all you get. Alright, so as we come to level 2, you start to hear some echo because the high ceiling now starts here. The third story, which is the attic level, is being done by this beautiful steel staircase that leads up to another 2 bedrooms upstairs. Firstly, as you come to level 2, common bathroom is tucked at this corner. Do remember this location because if you want to extend an additional bathroom upstairs, it's still possible along this entire shaft. So later we'll talk about that. I'm going to bring you to the master room first. So master room is pretty huge. 4 panels of wardrobe space, nice ventilation, standing shower, WC area, king bed right now. Nice cushioning, kind of cushion, 2 side tables, sliding panels that allows you to walk out to the front. As you can see from level 2, on my right hand side, that is an interim part. You also have 1 smaller part right tucked towards the back. If you have children, this is beautiful. Right here at Kembangan, there's a combination of semi-detached plot as well as inter-terraces plot. When there's new construction activities within the same land, that brings about a high amount of rejuvenation in terms of transaction volume as well as transaction PSF. Because whenever an owner rebuild their landed property, what's going to happen is that in future when they sell, they will definitely want to factor in and sell at a higher level of per square foot because of the construction cost and time that they have invested into the home. That is always fantastic news. Compared to landed streets with no activities at all, usually the valuation for streets with no transaction activities is much lower than streets with a high level of different kinds of transaction activities over the years.
Lightning in my energy, I'm all you ever need. I got you on your knees, yeah, begging for it. Might let you play for keeps, but never play for free. I got you on your knees, yeah, dying for it.
This is the second room. We're not putting any beds here. Currently it's done with vinyl flooring. ACs are pretty decent in shape, Mitsubishi Electric, but definitely you can put in queen bed, side tables. And I'm going to bring us to the attic level.
I'll get you high, yeah, heaven is a place we found.
So attic level used to be 2 bedrooms. However, our owners, they have hacked down the wall in the middle. If you want to reinstate, all you need to do is just to put back that same bedroom. Now this is also the locale to put in a bathroom on the attic level. So if you want, you can tuck it in, but you'll eat into one of the bedrooms for the bathing zoning. So I'll leave that decision up to you. You have a nice storage library area. You can use this, store Legos and toys and books. So the kids can also play here as well. 2 doors intact. All you need to do, reinstate the wall in between these 2 doors. So as you come in, this is the 3rd bedroom. Windows looking at the front. I love this, like traditional kind of stuff. Attic level has the best vantage point. You get to see beautiful skies, tall tree lines as well over there. And of course, you're going to enjoy the landed enclave. The attic level also have this beautiful kind of triangle shaped roofing at the top. You have bottom storage over here as well.
I'm good. I've been trying to tell you in the most polite way.
Now this is the center wall line that I was talking about. So you can just put in the center wall line right here, reinstate back into 2 bedrooms, flip over mirror image, and you get to see the condominiums over here, and of course other landed plots right behind us. End of the day, I think this home is a fantastic entry point into the freehold inter-terrace landed property because in due time, my own personal opinion and forecast is that minimum we'll all be talking about $4 million. There's no more $3+ million. Looking at the way things are going, there's only 73 to 75,000 landed existing stock in Singapore. It's not going to increase in quantity. There's no GLS for landed property that's freehold 999. Landed property owners also have very high level of strong holding power. They're not going to let go of their properties cheap. If you look at the graph that we have been talking about, the landed price index vis-a-vis the non-landed residential price index, that 2 graphs has not touched each other for the last 11 years because now landed property is a class of its own. It is a fantastic store of value over time. Now let's come down. I think most importantly, right now you are already enjoying 2,600 square feet for plus study. In future, you can still build up another 2,000 square feet, which I think you can easily go up to 7 bedrooms. So, end of the day, I think come and have a look at this place. D14, Jalan Senang, freehold, Kembangan landed enclave. Most importantly, entry price is below $3.7 million. Hard to find nowadays. Thank you for staying with us throughout the landed home tour at Propertylimbrothers. And once again, my name is Melvin Lim. Propertylimbrothers always have your show the place. Take care.
I gotta let go.
Alright. So, Kembangan MRT station, because this is there's right tucked beneath. Because this is.
我是那个在外面拍那个460的Wow, it's such a beautiful house.
Boasting manager swap the floor. 你不要炸了，安娜！你 OK 吗？Sean 你在做什么？看人家可怜。
它有点像。